every finished product that comes to this country, together with raw materials, potatoes, eggs, onions, and all that, Mr. Speaker. These are measures that we should all support, but we all agree that the information and the communication team of the President and of the government did not disseminate this information to the ground, because I am sure if that had been done, we would have gotten more support, and the people who took advantage of our young people politically to settle political scores or aspirations could not have found that kind of number that they got from our young people, Mr. Speaker. And speaking of misinformation, I am one of those people who bore the brunt of the misinformation about the finance bill, even on social media, Mr. Speaker. I have lost in my Instagram more than 10,000 followers because I was involved in a conversation on my comment section. A lady came to my page asking me, how can you as a woman support a bill that proposes to tax sanitary towels? And so I responded to try and explain to her that that is not the case, and locally manufactured sanitary towels were not going to attract the eco-levy. And so she asked me, which local sanitary towels do you use, Karen? And I responded to her, I use tampons. Because, Mr. Speaker, I use tampons. And that was taken as arrogance, as how dare you. You see, but this is stemming from misinformation, Mr. Speaker. And I have earned myself a new name in this country as Shori for tampons, Mr. Speaker. You'll come across it on social media. They are calling me Demo Tampons, Shori wa Tampons. They even told on me to the President when he was holding the X-Space, he was engaging the young people. They told him that some of the leaders under you are very arrogant. Senator Karen Nyamu is very, very arrogant, based on my statement saying that I use tampons. And Mr. Speaker, this is the first time, because of this finance bill supporting the government position, this is the first time in my life that I am being called arrogant, Mr. Speaker. Those who know me, those who have had the chance to interact with me, will speak of my humility, will speak of my person, my persona, my down-to-earth nature, and far from it. And far from it. And if I was misunderstood, because I certainly was, I want to say to the youth of Kenya, to the women of Kenya who got angry by my statement, that I don't withdraw because I use tampons, but I am sorry for angering you, and I am one of those fighters of the young generation. And I know they were very disappointed that I did not join in this what they were agitating for against the finance bill, but it is because I believe in the President, William Samoei Ruto. And it is up to me to convince you young people that our President has the best intentions for this country. It is not up to me to join you in your misinformation. It is up to me as an ambassador of this government to show you and to win you over and to tell you, be patient. The President is working. He has shown a lot of goodwill so far. He has appointed a task force to audit our public debt, which is one of the biggest reasons why we are here today, our public debt. The Finance Bill 2024 was tailored to remedy some of those things, especially the public debt, to balance that and development, Mr. Speaker. Another thing that my my colleagues have also addressed is the issue of corruption. Mr. Speaker, the EACC is letting the country down big time. Because since its inception, we are yet to see heads rolling, Mr. Speaker. We are yet to see the cases, corruption cases that they have prosecuted that have ended up having people serve jail term, or what our people would love to see. Mr. Speaker, it should not be business as usual. If they cannot deliver to our people, the EACC, let it be disbanded, and let us have another body that is going to deliver to the people of Kenya. The excuses that they give every other time will not fly anymore. And Mr. Speaker, I want to talk to the young people of Kenya, and I want to tell you to take voters' cards. Register as voters, all of you. The voice that we had, your voice that we had, it will be more powerful if it is heard through the ballot box, Mr. Speaker. And I want to assure you that in 2027, you will have no better candidate. You will agree with me that you will have no better candidate than His Excellency William Samoei Ruto. The other day he said, the measures he's taking now are akin to a cut, an examination cut. And in the fullness of time, in 5 years, he is going to sit for the exam. And on that time, when that time comes, I know you will all agree with me. So when that time comes for voters registration, I expect all of you who are in the streets to take voters' card. And with those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I support.
Senator Anchesa.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for also allowing me to make my contribution on the state of the nation. First, Mr. Speaker, let me just first start by conveying my condolences to the families that lost their loved ones in the current maandamano, and also wish a quick recovery to those ones who got injured. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to also thank the tribeless and courageous youths, the GNZs who went to the streets to speak on behalf of this nation, speak on behalf of the Kenyans. Mr. Speaker, I'd like also to confirm that I'm one of the few leaders who tweeted and asked the president to also listen to the voices of the youths, Mr. Speaker. Thirdly, I'd like also to thank His Excellency, the President William Ruto, for actually conceding and allowing the youth, some of the GNZs, to exercise their democratic right, and also listened to them, Mr. Speaker.